from the Swisscast Network.
You finally take a day off. Maybe it's the weekend, maybe you're sick, maybe you just need a break. And what happens? Your phone blows up, questions pile up, and things grind to a halt. And that's a problem. If your business only works when you're in it, you don't have a business, you have a very expensive job. I know that sounds harsh, and I also know you're not trying to be the bottleneck. You're just trying to keep everything running. But in this episode, I'm going to show you how to step back without everything falling apart. Let's talk about why your business depends on you, and more importantly, how to fix it. I've spent 20 years helping impact founders build businesses at scale without the burnout. Every episode of this podcast is 5 to 8 minutes with just one tool or approach you can use this week. Welcome to This Is Harder Than I Want It to Be. I'm Linda van Egmond. Let's make it easier. I see this pattern all the time. A founder builds something amazing, they hire good people, the team grows, revenue grows. The founder? They're busier than ever. Why? Because they're the only one who knows how to do the important stuff. The stuff that actually matters. How to close a deal, how to handle a difficult client, how to make decisions about priorities, how to fix things when they break. You just kept doing it yourself because you feel responsible and because it was faster. So you didn't document it and you didn't teach it. And now you're trapped. You can't take a vacation without your laptop and you can't step away for a doctor's appointment without checking your messages. You can't even get sick without feeling guilty. I worked with a founder who told me, I thought hiring people would give me my life back, but instead I'm working harder than I did when I was solo. She wasn't wrong. Every new hire came with new questions, new dependencies, and new situations that only she could handle. Here's what was actually happening. She had the knowledge, and someone else was perfectly capable of doing it, but the way she wanted it done lived in her head, not in a system, not in a process, just in her head. And information that lives in one person's head doesn't scale. So here's what to shift. Think about your grandmother's secret recipe. You know, the one everyone loved, the one that made every family gathering special. And then one day, she's gone. And that recipe, it died with her because she never wrote it down. She just knew it. A pinch of this, a handful of that, the exact moment when the dough feels right. And that's what happens in your business when you don't document your processes. But here's the good news. You can fix this, and it's much simpler than you think. A process isn't some complicated flowchart or a 50-page manual. A process is just, here's how we do this thing, so anyone on the team can do it in exactly the same way. And that's it. Not everything needs a process. Some things should stay with you. Your vision, your relationships with key partners, the strategic decisions about where the company goes, that's yours. But the day-to-day stuff, the operational stuff, that needs to get out of your head and into a system. Because if it only works when you do, you're not building a business. You're building yourself a prison.
I share ideas and tools, work in progress, and brainwaves on LinkedIn that don't make it into episodes. If you want to follow along and connect with other impact founders dealing with the same chaos, find me at Linda van Egmond on LinkedIn. Send me a message. Tell me what you're working on right now. I'd love to hear from you.
All right, here's what you do. Start by making a dependency audit. Sounds fancy, but it's just a piece of paper with 2 columns. Column 1, the things only I can do. Column 2, the things only I do, but others could be doing. Be honest, most founders put way too much in column 1. They think, well, I'm the only one who knows how to do X, Y, and Z. Or, my team isn't ready to do this, and that. Stop. Those are excuses. Your team isn't minding theirs. If you haven't taught them, of course they can't do it. So in column 1, and there should just be a few things. Vision, key relationship, strategic decisions. That's about it. Everything else should be in column 2. In the next step, now pick 3 things to eliminate from column 2. Look at the column and pick the 3 things that eat up the most time or create the most interruptions. Maybe it's how you onboard clients, or how you handle support requests, or how you make decisions about refunds or discounts. Start with those 3 things. Then next, document the process. For each one, write down exactly how you do it. Not fancy, just clear. Use this format. Start with what triggers the process. When does it start? Then write down what the outcome should be. What does success look like? Next, write down what the steps are. What happens in what order? Behind each of those, write down who's responsible and who does what. And last, write down the decision points. When do you need to check in or approve? You can do this in a simple document, a video, whatever works for you. The key is someone else should be able to follow it without asking you 10 questions. Last but not least, you hand it off. Give it to someone on your team. Walk them through it once. Let them try it. Give feedback and adjust the process if needed. And then, and this is the really hard part, let them do it. You're not looking for perfection. You're looking for 80% as good as you would do it, without you having to do it, of course. That's the trade, and it's worth it. Here's what I want you to remember. You can own a business that you don't run, but you can't get there if everything lives in your head. Start small. 3 processes. Document them and hand them off. And watch what happens. Your team will stop waiting for you to tell them what to do. They'll have a system to follow. You'll stop being interrupted every 20 minutes. They'll know how to handle it. And you get your time back. Not all at once, but bit by bit. So what's one thing you do every week that drives you crazy because you're the only one who can do it? Think about it and document it. Because if it only works when you do, it's not a process. It's a problem. And you can fix it. That's it for this episode. Check the show notes for ways to connect with me because we all know impact founding is much harder than we want it to be. I hope this makes it easier.
This podcast is a production of the Swisscast Network, amplifying English-speaking voices in, for, and about Switzerland. Learn more at swisscast.network.